Hi, welcome to Frederick's Workshop. My name is Jason, and in this project I am making my, right now he's 2 months, 3 weeks old, son, this hammer. I found this out in our goat barn that I'm just going to try and clean up, and then a chunk of Osage that I'm going to use for the handle. Now, I measured my red and black handle right there, hammer, and it's 13, they're just under 12 inches, something like that, for the length of the hammer for the handle. So I've got 15-inch piece here, 13-inch piece, I don't know. I got this big piece here that I'm going to, well, try to make a handle out of. Okay, there they are. So they're not good. That is definitely not a straight cut. But I think I won't use that piece. I think I will use this one. I can put that back on the bandsaw because it's at least somewhat flat. Not really. But I can get it to run through easier and then trim up some more of that. Figure out where I want to keep it from. Well, here's what I got. So there's that. I got this cut down to 2 inches, 2 by 2. Spray painted the ends pink because that's what I had, and I don't use it very much, so I just went ahead and spray painted that to help with the sealing, so it can help dry. Wrote the date on here so I know when it was in here, and just so I know how long it's going to be before actually building this hammer. So it is June 23rd, and he is, like I said, 2 months and 3 weeks old. So we'll see if I can get this done before he turns 18. So I've let this thing dry for, let's see, it says June 23rd, 2023. So it's October 23rd of 2024. So it's got some time drying. I don't know how sharp my tools are. First time I've tried to turn anything since I moved into here. So let's give it a quick turn. I'm just going to turn it around best I can. It's been a while. Still need to get that apron. See how it's looking so far. Yeah, so I was kind of worried about that chunk right there. I'm just going to keep going for a while. As soon as I get it round, I want to see how bad this, you really can't see that. There's just a big dry chunk spot there. Rotted stuff. So I'm just going to turn this best round I can and see what we got. We'll be back. So I got it turned around, basically. This end is good enough to be for the handle. I took it down as thin as I could right here. I really can't see. And that's awful thin. Before I got to past this nastiness. And then I took my little feeler gauge to the inside of the hammerhead. To the inside, where I got to clean that out. Oh, it's a metal wedge. That's going to be fun. Measured that, and then took this top piece here down to just bigger so far. So I know when to actually stop as far as how thin to make it. Now I need to mark how far down to take it. So we'll go right to there. Bring this back over here. Oh, excuse me. There we go. I got to take it down to that far. So I'm just going to use my gouge here, whittle it down some more. I don't know the proper way to do this, but all I'm doing is just taking that thickness down, and as soon as it blends in with the previous cut, calling it level. Not a real turner, so I don't know what I'm doing here. Not quite, but I think I can get that to work. I'll pretend I can get that to work anyways. Now I'm just going to hopefully curve that into it. But we're just going to keep forming it, make it look like it until I think it looks usable. I'm not sure how bad the sound's going to be here, but it's windy outside. But there we go, we got started. You can see I've got a right there, big old drip, but I'm not worried about that yet. I'll get that taken care of. I just started doing a little bit of epoxy on here while I was filling in this, which did not brighten up. That was where the tape was, but I'm going to add some more to that little divot there. And then to this groove right here, I need to add some more epoxy, so I just need to make sure that's up, and then add it there, and then add it here. I got to get my piece of wood back underneath there so it doesn't drip on my table. But add a little bit more epoxy to it, and I think I'm going to call the handle done as far as shaping goes. Okay, I'm calling the handle part done for now as far as turning, sanding. I sanded it down to 300. That's looking really good right there if you ask me. So I'm going to take this off of the lathe, get my piece of scrap here, and throw it over here on the counter and lay some epoxy on it. I did get the guts out of the head. That's all that's left of the wedge that was inside there. So I cannot use that because that's not big enough. Trash. So I need to get that soaking in some evaporust, which is at the X's house, and to get that cleaned up. So we will deal with that later. So whip up a batch of epoxy, and let's get this handle coated. And what would be the finish? Like I said, leave this attached. This chunk here, I'll cut it off later. Once I get the epoxy on there, that way the epoxy has, I don't epoxy it to my table here. So duh, I'm an idiot. I forgot I got these rubber mats here. Well, it makes it a lot easier for pouring epoxy on the point of them. And I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. I just dumped the remaining bit of epoxy that I had into this container, and it's supposed to be a 2-to-1 mix. And this is basically a 2-to-1 mix. It's probably a 1-to-4 mix. There's a ton of hardener in there compared to the other side, the resin side, or whatever it is. So we'll see how it works. I guess I'll just smear it on my hands for now and let it flow and smear it down. I need it. Yeah, I'll just do that. Just smear it on there. No shit, there's a thing on my damn arm. Just want to coat everything. It's all freaking hardener just about, so hopefully this stuff will work. I don't really need it. I just want to basically act as a sealer on there. See how long it takes to dry. I'll let it dry for I don't know. Well, it's only Friday, so I don't pick the kids up till Sunday, which is when I will get my About the rust back. Let it sit like that for a little while. Come back out and look at it and see how it looks. Without the rust, it's been soaking for like 2 weeks. Wiped it dry, clean. Thinking about putting some sort of paste wax or something on that just to keep the surface from rusting. And then I can always just buff it off later. But we'll deal with that later. Probably wait till tomorrow to see if I got any more surface rust, and I'll clean it off tomorrow and then go from there. But I need to figure out how to get the handle on it. So I was thinking there's a way I can get down inside there with the pencil or pen, marker, chalk, I don't know, whatever method of drawing, and getting that on there. So what I try to do is I just took my pen, put the head on there, took my pen, and just marked on the outside because I couldn't get nothing on the inside. So I'm just going to slowly take off a little bit on this side, and then see if I can't just get it to work. We'll figure some stuff out as I'm going. Let's get my sleeves up here. Alright, there's a start. So I know it's not going to fit, but we can start shaving it down from there. I ended up just taking it over to the sander, sanding down the best I could. It fits over most of it, so now I want to try to do is just put the slice down the middle for the wedge to go in. Now I hope it fits down nicer. It seems to. I'm going to carefully, hopefully get that in there with my mallet. So let's try that. Okay, looks like it's going to be too tight going down, so let's carefully get that back out somehow. And we'll be back. So I've got it on my lathe, made a little sanding disc here, and sand it down. There we go. Retest. Back over here, and see how it fits in there now. Much better, still tight. Still extremely tight. Sand it down some more and keep going at it. Okay, there we go. That's in there. Now, got a little, I can't really see that. Bad light in there, but it's just a little slit that's in there. I'm going to make a wedge out of some contrasting wood and then hammer that down. It's actually a chunk of hard maple. Oops, wrong one. Hard maple that I have. So let's see if I can get that. That should maybe work. I don't know if I can get that to fit down in that little wedge, even though it's closed now. So let's see if I can do this. Can't guarantee this is even going to get down in there without crumbling. So this may not even work. Nope, that ain't getting in there. So my next thing was, like I said, is pour some epoxy in there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get some 5-minute epoxy, 4-minute epoxy I've got over there somewhere. mix up a little batch and pour it into the top of that. Alright, just whipped up a quick little batch of stunt. 5-minute Gorilla epoxy. Filling this top hole here. Hopefully it's not too cold out today. It'll set, so I'm going to give it some time to set. Get in there. Come on, no, not on the hammerhead. And that's it. So now I'm going to give that tomorrow to set. 5-minute epoxy. We'll give it 24 hours. There we go. There she is. Down here. So I did spray the head part of it there with some spray lacquer just to give it some sort of coating on there. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's a hammer. So here's the finish. See that epoxy in there, right in here. Gotta get that in there. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad. So there we go. Osage Orange hammer. Little restore on there. This is for you, Jonathan. Love you, buddy. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.